have had 2 different men tell me today that they are going to become passport bros because they can't find a wife. One of them doesn't even date Christian denomination.
American women are raging now as passport bros publicly grab their passports and walk, leaving behind a pile of salty egos. Just watch how they react. Make sure to hit subscribe so you don't miss the next time we wreck these double standards.
Help me understand your logic here. So you complain about American women, how they're of no value, they're just after you for your money, they just seem like too much work to get. Your solution is to pack up all the things you know, leave all the people you love, move to a country you're not familiar with, a new culture, who maybe meet a woman that will be very obviously into you because of your money. How are you? It just seems like a lot of work. If working to get a woman is the thing you're trying to avoid, that just seems like a lot. Women in these countries, they're going to use you for your money, but then have a more connection within their culture. They're just laughing behind your back because they know that they're just using you for your wallet.
Y'all can sit there screeching about your standards while smart men have already packed their bags to find genuine respect and a warm smile somewhere else.
What is a passport bro? A passport bro is a man who is done with entitled, ungrateful, high mileage women in the West demanding provider status while offering nothing but an attitude and an OnlyFans link. Done with 50% divorce rates, false accusations, alimony, traps, and child support jails. Done with feminism lies. You're toxic if you want a feminine, loyal, fit, debt-free, low body count. So he grabs his passport, flies to Colombia, Thailand, Philippines, Ukraine, Brazil, anywhere but the US. Places where women still value men. Cook, stay slim, don't weaponize sex, and see marriage as a partnership, not a paycheck.
I know a bunch of dudes who packed up, moved overseas, and shocker. Turns out life is actually amazing when you aren't dealing with self-proclaimed queens treating you like a walk-in ATM.
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but passport bros end up giving all of their money to those girls in other countries, and then they end up on 90-day fiance. And then once those girls get their green cards and get their citizenship, they leave you because they're smart. They use you for exactly what you're worth. They make a come up and then they keep it pushing like how a real woman would.
Keep calling them ozers back home, but why do y'all get so triggered when these so-called losers actually find true happiness halfway across the globe?
Dear passport boys, dear passport bros, stop calling yourself passport boys and passport bros. Are you going to the Philippines to look for a Filipina queen or what? So stop calling yourself passport boys and passport bros. Start calling yourself passport kings. That's right. You are a passport kings. Now, if you're going to the Philippines to just pack around, pull around, screw around as many women as you want, then call yourself passport bros and passport boys. Otherwise, if you want to go to the Philippines to look for a Filipina queen and she will treat you like a king, then you better start calling yourself passport king. Understood? Good.
While women are busy being lonely queens with sky-high standards, these guys are out there getting properly taken care of and genuinely respected by foreign women.
I just don't understand how the most mid-basic level men can leave America, travel to these other countries, and just pull absolute tens, like the hottest girls that you will ever see. And these men, like men that we wouldn't even look twice at, are just pulling them and convincing them to date them. Like, I truly don't understand it. Can someone please explain to me how this is happening and how these men are able to get away with it? Also, like, can we...
Men aren't going overseas to buy objects. They're just looking for souls that haven't been corrupted by the selfishness and delusional entitlement of modern American women.
Passport bro is a man who is from a Western country who seeks out foreign women to date. For example, I used to live in Miami, and a lot of men I knew there would only date women from Eastern Europe or South America because the women in these countries come from cultures that bring them up to have more feminine energy, and they are taught to be more submissive toward men and to be housewives, whereas women like you in the West we're maybe conditioned to be in your masculine energy, right? Never depend on a man, have a career, be Miss Independent, be all these things. And because of social media and online dating, you are now competing with women in these countries too. You may not have even realized that. And men are choosing them a lot of the times because they're in their feminine energy and they make them feel more masculine.
Even the sane Western women get where men are coming from. Maybe you should check your own attitude before opening your mouths to judge men's civilized choices.
So how is the women here in Vancouver? What is your experiences like with them here?
They're boring. I find there's a lot of immigrants here, and like immigrant women can be really attractive sometimes, in my opinion. I'm into Asians, and of course, Vancouver has like a lot of Asians here, like Chinese, Japanese, Korean. Yeah.
So you like immigrants here as opposed to somebody who was born here and grew up here?
Both is okay, but I'm just saying I like foreign women, if you know what I mean.
Asian women still possess the gentleness and femininity that y'all lost a long time ago. No wonder men fall hard for them and want to protect and provide for them for the rest of their lives.
Hi, good morning. So I woke up with all these videos of women attacking the passport bros. Oh wait, let me just take a sip of the coffee that my passport boyfriend made me. It's good.
Western women are taking heavy L's on their own home turf. When you bring nothing but arguments and attitude to the table, while the competition brings sweetness and home-cooked meals, the game was over before it even started.
And the woman's view is not very, and like men see the woman's reaction. And of course, it kind of seems like maybe they're getting triggered, which is a high potential, I think, that, you know, they're not liking it because like, why do men need to go somewhere else just because what does that say? That women here are not good enough? And I think that's like where that triggered feeling is.
The experts can sit around psychoanalyzing all day, but us men will just keep packing our bags to find happiness in places where masculinity is actually...
You would always hear guys like, oh yeah, I only date foreigners. Like, I used to hear that all the time. Trey Songz got a song called Foreign. Like, it's not a new thought. And it does make women feel like they're not enough, not good enough. Like, because we're from the same country, I'm not pretty enough, I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not exotic enough. Like,
that's not game to me.
Yeah.
If ridiculous demands and constant disrespect from self-absorbed women are what's considered good enough here, then the passport bros are grabbing their bags and hitting the road.
You think Asian women are going to go 50-50 with you on the bill?
No, we date traditionally, which means if I invite the girl out, I plan and pay for the date. The catch is the cost of living is often 1/4 the price overseas, so even if we pay for the whole date, we're still paying less than what we would have paid 50-50. And this is a point that I don't think it's talked about enough when it comes to passport bros. It's not just dating, it's cost of living, it's rent, it's gym, it's food, it's everything, and it increases the quality of your life. At the end of the day, it's a men's health movement about doing what's best for you. It takes one US remote job and the courage to leave to experience all of that, plus a dating culture that is a lot.
Happiness thrives where traditional roles are shared, not in this joke of a setup where you demand 50-50 on the bills, but still expect to be treated like an absolute empress. It's downright laughable.
Less toxic.
A lot of people, not just men, come to the Philippines so that they can experience our values and morals, especially a culture that's beyond money and privilege. So why are these women shocked that they're dating us? Is it because you think you're better than us? Because the belief that someone's worth is measured by their financial status or societal privilege is for shallow-minded people that only has that to offer.
Filipinas are welcoming because they know the value of genuine sincerity, whereas American girls just throw shade because their souls are barren, filled with narrow-minded prejudice, jealousy, and pettiness.
What is a spicy secret of yours?
I love Asian women.
So I'm just not your girl then, huh?
Guys prefer Asian women because they actually know how to be real wives instead of spending all day arguing, demanding, and living in a bubble of radical feminism.
Thank God for passport bros. Yeah, thank God, right? Thank God we can go over to another country where women are more impoverished in a less powered position than a man, where they don't talk about things like feminism. They know their place, they stay in the house, they're much easier to manipulate. I need to use them, I need access to their body. They don't backtalk, not like the women here, and they definitely don't have TikTok to watch things like Crystal Channel, right?
Telling women not to trust men? Y'all are just trying to keep hostages in your trashed dating market. It's honestly pathetic.
This is a weird thing. I don't know if I agree with that 100% because Thai women have a very different culture. They are very subservient to the man. Basically, whatever the man says goes. Okay? They are fully devoted to their husband as long as they provide, but it doesn't even have to be much, you know? They will do absolutely everything for that husband, like, which is okay, but to me it seems a little bit narcissistic, if you know what I mean. They're not equal. If a man goes out there to find a wife, that wife listens to him, you know? He's in control.
Saying men go abroad just to control women? Dead wrong. They just want to escape the suffocating grip of women who always want to boss everyone around and wear the pants in the relationship.
So the funny thing about passport bros is that they tend to not be able to afford a foreign wife. Because the thing about super traditional cultures where women are conditioned that they will be the full-time housewife and the man will be the full-time provider, they expect the man to really be able to provide financially. What ends up happening a lot of the time, and it's so fucking funny, is these passport bros will go to some other country with this Western imperialist mindset, expecting to find conditions where everybody's in poverty and they, just by virtue of being from the country that they're from, will just come off as so rich and wealthy and their money will go so far. And then that ends up not being the case. They get there and they realize that women have standards everywhere. And they're smart everywhere. Like, women are not stupid just because they're from somewhere that you look down upon. So they're able to see through all this bluffing, this front, and they know pretty easily that the passport bro has no gold. And a woman in this situation will figure out pretty quick that if she were to marry this guy and go back to the US or whatever country he happens to be from, that she wouldn't be a kept woman. She wouldn't be, you know, staying home, keeping house, not having to work. That he would need her to work. And he would expect her to do all the domestic labor. And she's not interested in that because, you know, she probably has better offers, including her just getting her own job and working where she already lives. So then these passport bros are out the cost of the plane ticket to get wherever they went, and they have no woman. Now they have less gold than they had to begin with, and then they've also often completely ostracized themselves from their local dating scene because they've just been so antagonistic to the Western women who probably would have been more attainable prospects for them anyway because they expect to have to work and really just want a partner who will contribute to the bills and contribute to the housework and just like work on some emotional healing to actually be a real partner and to be pleasant to be around. So yeah, whenever men try to use this line to put down Western women and try to put us in our place, it doesn't really land because we absolutely just laugh at you. That is 100% what we do. We just laugh at how fucking dumb it sounds.
Women aren't objects, sure, but don't turn yourselves into walking red flags and thorns that make men flee to other countries just to find some peace.
Let me get this straight. You have been telling men for years that you don't want them, that you don't need them, that they don't meet your standards, that they don't treat you right, that you can pay for your own hair, you can pay for your own nails, you can afford your own home, you can afford your own car. Men are good for nothing. You're strong, you're independent. But then you get mad when these men go to another country to actually find a woman that has the qualities that they are looking for in a wife.
Mexico, Colombia, or Thailand. The location doesn't matter, the warmth does. Once you meet women who still believe in love and partnership, you'll realize how many years you wasted in LA or New York.
From the States, bro.
Okay. My name is Mana from Japan.
How long have you guys been dating?
Only 2 months.
So 2 months? Okay. Because you guys are obviously an international couple. How does it differ versus dating someone from your own country?
I've been here for a long time, so I've only dated Koreans. My first time dating a Japanese girl long distance, which is a little bit hard, but I try my best.
And then what about for you? How is it dating someone who's not from Japan?
I love you.
Oh. Are there any cultural differences that you guys experience?
For me, it's more like dress code. Like she like dresses up a lot, and I'm just like super casual, dude.
This looks good.
I don't know, dude.
You got the style? She was like, yeah.
She got the style, bro.
What do you think is the biggest difference?
I don't know, but I want to understand it. I want wrong.
Oh, okay. So she's open to learning. All right, cool.
Looking at that happy American-Japanese couple, it's hilarious thinking about the girls back home staying single because of their delusional standards. High-value men are heading east to find traditional wives, leaving this demanding dating market in the dust.
God, I love it when a passport bro tells me that I'm jealous that American men are leaving the United States and not looking at American women. Because the ones that are leaving the United States to go find themselves a bride overseas are exactly the ones that we never wanted. I mean, and it's really obvious here. There's two really big things that stick out. It's like the emperor's not wearing clothes. Number one, you mean to tell me, sir, you have exhausted all of your dating options, which forces you to go overseas to seek a bride who really is only interested in your American dollars. It's really that bad. You got nothing. Because women, they have options every day. That is the case for all women. All women have options because women are always going to be desired by men. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. Number two, and this one is even more obvious. You mean to tell me that you can either put your life substantially on hold to go seek your overseas bride or completely abandon and pack up the life that you have here and start it somewhere else? That tells me a lot about your job, okay? It means that whatever it is that you're doing is not that important and thus not that high paying, okay? Because if you can just quit your job, well, you don't have income coming in. If you can just up and go, that means, you probably don't have a really great work history or work ethic anyway. You are obviously not a business owner because small business owners cannot abandon their business, sometimes not even for a week. Someone who's really dedicated and ambitious, they're not going on long vacations or they're working during they don't have time to go seeking kitty cat in another country. If it is some sort of really important position, they're not taking the time away from their number one love. A man's number one love is his money, and he makes his money from his job. He's not taking the time away from his number one love unless that thing is really not yielding much and is that unimportant.
70 to 80% of divorces are initiated by women. They wreck the family and then wonder why men don't want to commit here anymore. We aren't stupid. We're just looking for a real partner.
They're getting women from like the DR, Colombia, the Philippines, Thailand.
Wow, I am so shocked. Oh, by the way, I am from Thailand. I'm Thai. I'm from the country that on education, speak a little bit of English. None. We are not speaking any English. We are from a poor country. We don't have schools here. We don't have education. We don't have Wi-Fi. We don't have KFC. We don't have Tesco. We have nothing. We are living in a jungle. We don't have a phone. So bad. It's so bad, yeah. But as an Asian thing, our mother, our parents teach us right how to treat the husband. If other think we are stupid, that is okay. Yeah, it's okay. It's all right.
It's ridiculous how some people still hold on to outdated prejudices about a country with such a warm and enduring culture like Thailand.
So this Passport Bros video going around where American women are getting kind of upset that...
When are we going to escape this mentality? She said that these bros are not marrying foreign women because they speak little English or because they have a lack of education, but because they're more nourishing and more caring. You're describing a maid. a free lift and one for the rest of your life at that. And at the end of the video, she's like, oh, this is mutually beneficial, and if it doesn't work out for you, just leave. Leave where? With who? With what money? In a foreign country where you speak little English and have little education? Just do like a little more thinking, girl. Why do they want to marry a woman that can't speak the predominant language? Because they're easier to control. It's not as easy as you're saying. So stop misinforming people. Stop defending these lowlives who are preying on our sisters.
If she thinks guys are flying halfway across the world just to find a free maid, she's dead wrong.
So my wife did the most incredible thing yesterday. Well, I was actually really upset and down, and sorry that I didn't film my breakdown. It's filming that kind of stuff is usually not on my mind when I'm having a breakdown. And what did she do? Well, she came to me and she supported me. She said encouraging words. She told me how much she appreciates my effort, and I at that point I realized how lucky I am to have a woman where I can actually be vulnerable in front of. Thank you so much for being there for me in hard times. Thank you that I can be vulnerable in front of you.
The support of an Asian wife empowers a man, something y'all wouldn't know the first thing about giving. He's incredibly proud of his stepmom, his dad's wife, and that kid is going to be the next generation of passport brothers. Keep it up, man.
Okay, I'm gonna get some shit for this. The amount of men who have said, I'm just going overseas to find a woman is astounding. Like, I'm astonished by the amount of men who are just willing to go overseas to choose one random woman because that woman is going to basically do whatever they say. Now, am I saying that every woman that comes into the United States or is passive and just does whatever?
Y'all claim you're scared of the patriarchy, but what you're really afraid of is losing your manipulative power and your extreme sense of entitlement.
Some men don't feel wanted in the US, but in Colombia, women appreciate them. They make compliments, they approach them. And it's not that women in the US can't do that, it's just that the culture is different.
Colombian women know how to honor a man and make him feel valued, something y'all forgot how to do a long time ago.
Well, I'm a mother of 4 sons, and one of my sons married a woman from Spain. And I'm here to tell you she is the most precious person. I'm going to encourage my other sons who are not married to get a passport.
When even mothers are encouraging their sons to get their passports, you know modern culture has utterly failed at raising good women. Listen to the elders. They've seen enough.
Yeah, we stopped at the spot and we got some fish and some chicken. Well, now I'm eating fish and chicken at the same damn time.
Men are winning big time in Colombia, while y'all are taking heavy L's on your own home turf with your delusional standards and inflated egos.
Because they feel like the women in the United States are kind of like tarnished goods. And I want you to watch this video, okay?
This is exactly what I'm talking about. No one said that women are tarnished goods. If you actually look at a passport bro, which I know many of them, they are not going over there to grape and conquer. They are going over there because they are giving up over here. The reality is that there are too many women that are saying that they don't need men. Men want to be needed. They want to feel valued, like they are protectors, like they are alphas, like we need them. The problem is that too many women are saying, I don't need a man. I too say, I don't need a man, but damn, I want a man. They do things better and faster.
It's crazy that y'all are so obsessed with your standards that even this American woman is advising men to go overseas to find some respect.
American women didn't want me, so I went to the beach and got a much hotter Latina that does want me and looks way better than all these salty girls that are getting mad at all the good-looking men that are, 35, 37 with money. She is 20 years old, by the way, are leaving behind the masculinity, leaving behind the entitlement for beautiful, feminine, submissive women.
It's so touching to see these high and mighty American women flooding the comments, pretending to worry about his wallet and her green card motives. Meanwhile, he's out there enjoying the sweetness y'all forgot how to give a long time ago. Good luck staying royally single with that mountain of standards.
So I saw a video about this passport bro guy on Instagram, right? Showing like a little vlog of him taking his girlfriend out on a date. He started off the video by taking out like $80. He was showing how he's spoiling his girlfriend, right? Like he got her like a lash service and like nails. And then he said, oh, I'm gonna test her after I did all this for her, to taking her on a date to 7-Eleven. She's like, oh, I love it. You do so much already for me. And inside the 7-Eleven was like actually like a restaurant, like a club inside. And it was like a cute little club. My thing is, I commented this on my video. I'm like, and also he spent $80 on a date, like $80.
Mocking them for being too broke to afford American women? Truth is, they're just too rich to waste their hard-earned cash on bitter souls and petty 50-50 split bills. Ultimately, sky-high standards and mile-long checklists won't hold on to a man who respects himself. Men aren't afraid to spend money. They're just afraid of misinvesting it in barren souls. Drop a comment below and subscribe now to join the discussion on these raw perspectives.